Good evening and welcome to On the Mind News. This is Duncan. This evening we'll be discussing in brief the retaking by Daesh, better known in the West as either Islamic State, ISIL, or ISIS, of the ancient Syrian city of Palmyra. The group had previously been ousted from the city, which it controlled since May of 2015, earlier this year. An initial assault consisting of some 300 militant fighters had failed, being repelled by the Russian Air Force. However, a subsequent attack, consisting of some 4,000 militant fighters of the Islamic State, had succeeded in ousting Syrian government forces, Iranian-backed forces, and the Russian Air Force, which had been covering those forces. Meanwhile, in Aleppo, another city which the Syrian government is fighting to retake, 98% of the city's neighborhoods have returned to government control. Fighting there continued over the weekend. However, rebel fighters and the leaders have been given safe transport, courtesy of the Russian military, to locations outside the city. Those fighters aligned with Jabhat Fatah al-Sham, better known as Jabhat al-Nusra to many, have been given transport to the city of Idlib, the group's principal power center. Meanwhile, FSA group fighters and leaders have been given transport either into Turkey or into other areas controlled by their respective groups. In the meantime, the Syrian government has been pulling forces from Aleppo, which is no longer a major center of fighting, to produce a counteroffensive against Palmyra. In the recent retaking of the city on the part of Daesh, the Syrian army did successfully destroy several munitions dumps, denying the Islamic State fighters access to many of the supplies that would be necessary for them in the defense of the city. However, despite these efforts on the part of the Syrian army, Islamic State news sources did claim that the group had picked up some 14 tanks and 16 pieces of heavy artillery, along with considerable light armaments. Good evening.